Some action from the midsummer today on Supercard. Hello, everyone. I'm Craig Johnson, and today in the GWF, we're going to go back and take a look at some of the matches from August as Chaz and Garvin made their debut as a tag team as they went up against the team of the California Stud and Wild Bill Irwin. This was before Bill Irwin decided that law and order was more important to him than possibly teaming with guys like the California Stud. Gary Young against Cactus Jack. What a match that was. We'll share it with you today on Supercard. We'll see Terry Daniels in action against the Mammoth Soul Taker. The Patriot is in action. Also the Handsome Stranger. A lot of great action to come today on Supercard. Stay tuned. We get it all underway next.
Wild Bill Irwin and the California Stud getting ready for action. And I think that Wild Bill Irwin would like to clear the ring before getting into action. Terry Garvin and Chaz, the opponents. As you can see, Garvin very upset at the tactics of the man with a whip. Wild Bill Irwin. Referee Rick Manning sending the two teams back to their respective corners, getting ready for tag team action to begin our action today. Bell sounds, and it will be Terry Garvin to start off against the California Stud. Watch out, Terry. I don't think Terry Garvin appreciates the whip too much, Wild Bill Irwin. Collar and elbow tie-up, the powerful man from Los Angeles, California, getting the best of that particular move. The California Stud. Collar and elbow tie-up, and picking him up, setting him down is the Stud. Stud with a football background in the NFL, the San Diego Chargers, and of course the bad boys of the NFL, the LA Raiders. As there you see Chaz and Terry Garvin trying to figure out how to approach these two big guys. Back into the corner. Closed fist, now a series of forearms on the back of Terry Garvin by the California Stud. Break of the shoelaces, and now a closer look at the boot. This time the boot of Wild Bill Irwin, who still wears those cowboy boots, into the ring. Here comes Chaz, who's seen about enough of it, but double teaming by the team of Irwin and the Stud. Big right hand into the throat of Terry Garvin. Irwin sends Garvin into the ropes. Leapfrog by Garvin, comes off crossbody block. Count of one, that's two. And almost the count of three. Terry Garvin, the man out of Louisville, Kentucky, catching fire there, trying to put out the fire as Wild Bill Irwin. But Garvin, with the arm lock after he pulls him over with the arm drag. What's the hell? California Stud and Irwin both claiming a pull of the head. Wild Bill out of Denver, Colorado, using the hair. There's the tag off to Chaz. Chaz enters the ring. Don't look now. Hello. Bulldog by Chaz out of Los Angeles, California. Goes into the side headlock once again. Goes over into the corner. Climbs the ladder, brings him down. Chaz, who is not afraid to go against the big guys, although a member of the light heavyweight division of the Global Wrestling Federation. Chaz has taken on men upwards of 300 pounds. Going against Wild Bill at 260 in this matchup. Chaz sent into the ropes. Irwin misses with a clothesline. Cross body block. Irwin goes down. Count of 1, 2 by Rick Manning. That started off as a cross body block, almost ended up as a Fez press. Backbreaker. As Wild Bill picks him up and brings him down, putting his knee in the small of the back of Chaz. Into the sole of the wrestling boot of the California Stud. There's the tag into the Stud. The big guns. Visit to the turnbuckle by Chaz. Power slam by the stud. Very happy with himself. There's a count of 1-2 by Rick Manning, but Chaz is able to get out of the predicament. Tag into Wild Bill. Wide open is Chaz, who feels the brunt of that kick. Chaz with a series of rights to the body. Trying to get some momentum. A drop kick sends Irwin scurrying out of the ring. Wild Bill up to the top and in the hard way. Chaz taking over on Wild Bill. But then Irwin sends him out of the ring between the top and middle ropes.
3, 4, 5.
Wild Bill with a forearm to the back and now has Chaz draped over the top rope. Chaz almost came in the wrong way. Hello. Clothesline with power enough to send Wild Bill over the top. Now Chaz grabs the hair of the California stud. And Chaz with an excellent showing here. Wild Bill trips Chaz with a single leg and then drapes it over the apron. Possible Charlie horse in the leg now of Chaz as the stud comes in. The California stud picks him up. Ooh, knee breaker. The left leg of Chaz taking a beating to the team of Wild Bill and the California stud. Elbow quickly delivered by the stud. Count of 1, that's 2. And the stud apparently wants to go out a little more punishment.
Break. 1, 2, 3.
Low to the midsection. Snapmare. Irwin with a floating kick to the man on the canvas. That's Chaz. And the hard soles of those cowboy boots taking their toll on Chaz. Irwin, as Chaz picks him up, sends him down with a suplex. In addition to being a great brawler, Wild Bill Irwin, an excellent scientific wrestler when he wants to be. No science in this move, however. Garvin trying to help his partner instead. The switch with no tag in the uppercut by the California stud. Of course he claims there's a tag, Rick Manning. He wouldn't tell you otherwise, I don't believe. Into the ropes goes Chaz, and they both meet each other with a clothesline. Both men are down on the canvas. The stud gets the tag to Wild Bill. Chaz needs one desperately and gets it. In comes Garvin. In is Irwin. And Garvin getting the best of this meeting and now meets the stud. 2-on-1, but Garvin getting the best of things. Here comes Chaz, all 4 men in the ring. Chaz takes down Irwin. Garvin going against the stud. The stud trying to block the punches. Unable to, but a rake of the eyes. Into the ropes. Garvin hit with a clothesline. The stud rolls him up. Grapevines the leg. Count of 3.
Winner of the match, the California Stud and Wild Bill Irwin.
A matchup we've been waiting for. Gary Young against Cactus Jack. The best of friends at one time. Will they remain so? We'll find out. Cactus
consequences, New Mexico. These two men at one time, the world-class tag team champions together. In a recent interview, Cactus Jack seemed to think that he did all the work, but Gorgeous Gary Young got all the credit. Let's see what happens as these two men meet. And it's a hug there from Cactus Jack. Well, maybe these two men don't have so many differences. Cactus Jack attacking, however. Headbutt. 2 times. And Cactus Jack looks like the friendship may be over as he nails him on the forehead. To the ropes. Elbow. Gets the cover, but doesn't hook the leg. Only a count of 1 by senior referee Sean O'Brien, whose job I don't envy one bit. Forearm to the chops. Sends him into the turnbuckle. Whatever friendship these two men may have had in the past, I think may have gone out the window. Into the corner. Young reverses, sends Cactus Jack into the turnbuckle and over with a backdrop. The right by Young 2 times, 3 times. Cactus Jack, drop kick by Gorgeous Gary Young. Watch out from behind, high knee lift, reminiscent of wrestling too. Gary Young has Cactus Jack out of the ring. Ooh. You shut your mouth. Cactus Jack having problems with the fans here at the Global Dome. Tries to make it back into the ring, but Gary Young's going to bring him in the hard way. 2 chops by Gorgeous Gary Young 3 times on the man from Truth or Consequences, New Mexico. Oh, the boot was there waiting for Gary Young. Challenging him to get up. Waiting for Gary Young to get up. Has the clothesline ready. Young makes it to his feet, but Gorgeous Gary Young pulls the arm over, misses getting the clothesline delivered to him, and now putting pressure with the elbow lock. And Cactus Jack wants to get out of this hurting predicament, but Young will follow him out of the ring. Forearm shot twice now. 3 times by Cactus Jack. Has the side headlock going for the post, but misses. Cactus Jack set right into the post. His shoulder may be hurting a little bit after that one. Young the first to his feet, now going back to work on that left arm. Cactus Jack trying to recover from hitting the post. Matter of fact, Gary Young working on the wrist that was broken back in April of '89 in a scaffold match in Fort Worth, Texas, when these two men were partners. So Gary Young using that knowledge to his advantage. Headbutt. Sends Gary Young down as Cactus Jack able to get the momentum going his way. Now, face to face, 3 forearms by Gary Young, sends him into the ropes, goes for the drop kick. Cactus Jack holds on to the top rope. Cactus Jack delivers the leg drop from behind. Count of 1, 2 by senior referee Sean O'Brien. Delivers Gorgeous Gary into the turnbuckle, now challenges him. A left, another left, 3 times, and now a right. Right to the jaw. Into the ropes, followed up by Cactus Jack, pulls him down. Right into the middle of the canvas. Cactus Jack sends Gary Young down. Instead of going for the pin, picks him up to dole out more punishment. Now raking his face in the middle of the canvas. Young delivers the left boot. And now to the midsection, trying to take some of the air away from Gary Young. Now he could be getting him ready for the pile driver, signals for it, picks him up, has him set, Cactus Jack delivers the pile driver with authority. Rolls Gorgeous Gary over, but the foot on the rope will break the count. Now delivering the left boot 2 times. Now working on the shoulder area of Gorgeous Gary Young. The forearm connects. Cactus Jack with Gary Young into the ropes. Neckbreaker! Gary Young avoids the backdrop, delivers the neckbreaker. Both men are down, trying to make it to their feet. Cactus Jack, the first one to his feet. But Young sees the telegraph move twice now. Gorgeous Gary knows his partner rather well. Or I should say, former partner. If this match proves nothing else, it proves that the former of the partners, the clothesline delivered. Gorgeous Gary Young with things in hand now. Now he's going to try for the pile driver. No! A little bit of a noggin knocker. As Cactus Jack lands right in front of our broadcast position here at ringside. Down he comes. But Cactus Jack sends him right into the hardwood floor of the interview set. And now, watch out. At ringside, picks him up once, twice, but no! Cactus Jack up and over on the backdrop. But Gary Young misses trying to deliver the leg drop. Count is up to 11 as Cactus Jack making his way up to the apron of the ring. Watch out, he calls this the hip buster, but he misses. Gary Young misses, gets back into the ring. The count is up to 19. Cactus Jack better get back in, but he doesn't, as Gary Young delivers the boot, keeping him out. Cactus Jack is counted out of the ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this match, Gary Young.
Gary Young gets the victory. And that man, I'm not even sure if he knows that he lost. Only two. The big man who hails originally from Las Vegas, Nevada, where he claims he took no chances. 6'6", 325 pounds, the Soul Taker.
And his opponent entering the ring area at a weight of 225 pounds from Amarillo, Texas, Harry Daniels.
You can see in the ring the Soul Taker awaits his prey. Harry Daniels, and when you talk about the Soul Taker, he literally stalks his opponents. Private Harry Daniels, very proud of his American heritage, out of Amarillo, Texas. But there you see the big man. Look at all those tattoos. Bell sounds, we're underway. The Soul Taker against Private Terry Daniels. And Rick Manning wants to check the Soul Taker. Give him credit for courage there. The Soul Taker, who once beat Jerry Lawler for the USWA Heavyweight Championship and recently won the Catch Wrestling Association European Heavyweight Championship over Scott Hall. And what a pickup and set down there, as Daniels looks like he was scurrying for his life against the big man. Collar and elbow tie-up. Daniels having to almost get to his tiptoes to reach up to the Soul Taker. Tries to take him down with a single leg trip. But the Soul Taker will not go down. There is a nasty look by the Soul Taker. Back to the referee stand, and the Soul Taker gets Daniels in the ribcage in the headbutt. Daniels trying to mount a comeback. But when you're going against a man as big as the Soul Taker, it's kind of tough. And, oh, the velocity into the turnbuckle. And the monster has roared. Series of karate kicks had some effect, but apparently not enough as the Soul Taker. Double thrust chop. An evil eye to referee Rick Manning. And the chop is delivered right to the sternum. Sends him into the other turnbuckle, but misses. It's amazing that Daniels couldn't recover from the velocity that he was sent in there with. Daniels climbs to the second rope to get a little bit of a height advantage. It works to his disadvantage, however. The reverse atomic drop delivered precisely by the Soul Taker. Picks him up, has him up with one arm, and delivers the slam with two. Comes up, down, right across the throat. The Soul Taker, 6'6", 325 pounds. Now with a rear chin lock, watch those fingers. Even the fingers are tattooed. Distracts the referee and delivers a right. Daniels had a nice effort there, but the Soul Taker just too big a man. Into the ropes, Daniels step over, and oh! The headbutt sends Daniels down. Very rarely do you see a headbutt delivered when you're coming off the ropes. And there's the big clothesline right off the ropes. Daniels trying to find out where he is. And the Soul Taker says, not enough punishment yet. I have to take everything out of the man. Picks him up. But Daniels able to reverse and deliver the drop kick, but he can't get the man who stands over 6'6" down to the canvas. Tries a drop kick again. May give him a few steps back, but doesn't deliver. Watch out. Soul Taker. That may do it. Count of three.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner, Soul Taker.
The Soul Taker with a win. And when we return, another big man, the Canadian Giant, Paul Bunyan, in action.
At GMC Truck, our only business is trucks, and has been for over 80 years. A dedication to truck strengths and values to keep in mind. Because when you need to haul something, tow something, carry precious cargo, find new trails, or simply ride high and proud, there's nothing quite as strong as a truck. GMC Truck, the strength of experience.
What does it take to be a mountain man? Let's see. A mountain man must be fearless, sure-footed, willing to answer the call of the wild. But most of all, a mountain man should be thirsty for a smooth bush beer or an easy-drinking bush light. So, head for the mountains and see if you have what it takes to be a real mountain man.
The big game is here. College football on ESPN. It's bad. Rick Meyer and Notre Dame's Fighting Irish are on a mission. They're out to stop the dominant ground attack of Air Force. And Indiana faces Michigan. Live college football, Saturday on ESPN.
He walks a fine line and carries a big axe. Paul Bunyan greeting the fans. The only man with a personal Goodyear blimp view on everybody at the Global Dome. Watch out for the big axe. Some people call this man a gentle giant. His opponents don't think so, however. But he loves greeting the fans here at the Global Dome. In the ring, Big Bad Dave and Super Bad await this man. Look at that axe. That axe must be, I'm guessing, about 6 feet tall, maybe even 7. I've never seen an axe that huge. Watch out! Well, that's one way to clear the ring. Even the official got out of that. Even here in my broadcast position, I'm a little wary of that axe. And now, allowing the axe to be carried out. Could you ask this man, could you take the axe? Watch out. Sean O'Brien having a little trouble checking the wrestling garb. The Canadian Giant, and here comes Superbad. Superbad meets a big boot. Body slam, clothesline. One thing the Giant can do, he is actually well-versed in technical wrestling, which you don't see out of many Giant wrestlers, that's for sure. Picks him up and holds him in a bear hug. Big Bad Dave may not be so bad anymore after facing the savate kick there by the Giant. Superbad from behind, tries to climb up there. Uh-oh. I think that's a Superbad sandwich there. Both men in the corner. And a meeting of the minds, perhaps. Paul Bunyan, the Canadian Giant, delivers the savate kick, goes back to the corner, and the splash into the corner. Timber! 1, 2, 3. Paul Bunyan, the Canadian Giant, with the win. And let's take a look at a couple of the moves from the big man. No, let's keep it right here, as apparently they say, okay, you have not taken care of the other man. Well, apparently he thinks he has. No, he hasn't. Ouch. Well, instead of showing you the replay, we're showing you the man still in action. make it formal now. 1, 2, 3. I think it's done now. Is it done now? Let's check with Sean O'Brien. Ring the bell. It's done now.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this handicap match, Paul Bunyan.
It's not over till the Giant says it's over. Paul Bunyan with a win. Up next, the Patriot.
Go on, Oscar. Outside. Go on, boy. Oh, look. A tennis ball. Look at that, buddy. Hey, get the paper, boy. Go on. Oscar, outside. Out.
From the world's first air conditioning to the world's most energy-efficient furnace, Carrier makes it better inside.
Go get Teddy. Oscar.
Why don't you just get the leash, Frank?
Me? I'm not going out.
Carrier makes it better inside. We're the inside guys. Call us.
Say who we are, and you save this with your discount subscription to this Road and Track at the lowest rate going. An instant TV discount of $9.97 off the basic rate if you grab the bargain now.
Call toll-free 1-800-872-1400. 12 issues are just $9.97. An instant TV discount of half off the basic subscription rate. To save now, call 1-800-872-1400. That's 1-800-872-1400.
Connection between Candy Devine and Tom Davis, but there must be some chicanery going on here. The lockup is back to the corner they go, rolling around the ring. And we have been joined at our commentary position by the Palm Beach heartthrob, Mr. Scott Anthony.
You know, I wanted to come out here and say a few things. This Patriot posing as a loyal American, I don't buy it for a minute. I've done some research. I found out his true name is Vladimir. He's really a Russian spy. I'm not kidding.
I find that very difficult to believe. If it's not enough to have Scott Anthony down here, and Candy Devine also making his way to ringside is the other Dirty Davis brother. Did you know anything about this?
I don't know why you call him the Dirty Davis brother. That's not very nice. They take showers. They're cleanly. Take showers. They're not dirty. Candy Devine is looking awfully ravishing tonight in her sparkly-like dress she has on with her sporty heels.
Hammerlock, go behind.
And a double hip elevator. A nice move by Vladimir the Patriot.
Now, where did you come up with this Vladimir thing?
I have my sources. I'm well connected in the State Department. I talked to a few of my sources. And look at that. Look how easily distracted Vladimir is. Now he's messing with Mike Davis. He needs to keep his attention on the other Davis brother, who's a very tough competitor himself, and a very, look at the size of him. Huge arms, big shoulders, massive pectoralis major. Needs to keep an eye on him.
You have described the Patriot very well.
No, the Davis guy. Don't you know anything, Bob?
Right.
Exactly.
Collar and elbow tie-up now, getting the
full arm bar and twist.
Who's doing play-by-play here?
I can do the play-by-play or the color, but I want you to earn your paycheck, so you do the play-by-play.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very little. Look at that.
Able to escape.
Oh, come on. A Russian tactic, if I've ever seen one, by Vladimir.
The Patriot pulls Tom Davis back into the middle of the ring.
You know, the last true Patriot I've seen was Joseph P. McCarthy. He was the last Patriot I've seen in this country.
The opinions expressed by Mr. Anthony are his own and do not reflect that of the Global Wrestling Federation or its competition committee.
Of course they don't reflect it. You don't see any mirrors around, because if there were, I'd be looking at myself, admiring my greatness. Oh, look, a little strategy, a little powwow thing going on here. Conference time.
I really would like to know what the connection between the former AWA Women's Champion, Candy Devine, and the Dirty Davis brothers really is.
You know something? So would I. But I'm more concerned with this Vladimir fellow and why these simple-minded people are all cheering him on like he's an American.
Well, cheering they are as Tom Davis taking down the side headlock, and Davis gets the shoulder up.
You know, I gotta be honest here. This Patriot, he is fighting a good fight. He's keeping his Davis guy down on the mat, and Davis is stocky. Why are these people yelling? Please be quiet, people. I'm trying to do some color commentary here. Keep the noise to a minimum. As I was saying, he's keeping his opponent down on the mat and weakening the head area. Notice he keeps going back to the head now. He's trying to weaken that down in order to pin his opponent and set him up for that missile thingy. Or whatever it's called.
The Patriot Missile.
Isn't there a patent on that name?
Step over 2 times by the Patriot. Pulls them over.
A reverse hip toss.
Drop kick lands right on target.
But Tom Davis makes a smart move, slides out on the floor to break the momentum.
But look at the aerial reconnaissance here by the Patriot.
Hey, that's pretty good, aerial reconnaissance. You're all right, Johnson.
The Davis brothers with a confab.
Look at these people cheering. They're going crazy. If only you people knew. If only they knew, Johnson. If only they knew.
Knew what?
That he's really a Russian spy.
I don't know where, where your sources come from.
In fact, I think a few people have noticed because I hear a few chants of "Go Vladimir, go! Go Vladimir, go!"
I do hear cheers, but they sound nothing like that.
You know, in fact, I've never heard more cheers in this building than this Patriot fella's getting tonight. Absolutely sickens me. Hey, how about that referee? What's his name?
Sean O'Brien.
Isn't he from parts unknown? Side headlock. See how the Patriot goes back to the side headlock? I gotta admit, like I said before, he's fighting a smart match here. Staying on that head, trying to weaken him and weaken the neck and the head area.
The Patriot.
Not a clean break.
Goes in, but
no cigar. He gets the knee for his trouble. That's what he gets for not giving a clean break. That clubbing forearm across the back.
Tom Davis.
Also, doesn't he do the Garfield strip in his spare time? Dropping a leg across the Patriot's throat. 1, 2.
That would have been a major upset. I know that Tom Davis has had an excellent showing over in Japan in the UWF, but being able to beat the man who won the original television championship in the GWF, that would be considered an upset.
It would have been a feather in his cap if, in fact, he did have a cap on. But I think he's still kicking himself. He should have hooked the leg, and he did.
Sunset flip. Can he get the man over?
He's got him hooked. He's got him hooked, and he's over. 1, 2. But a 1.5 count.
You were almost getting excited there for a Patriot hitting predicament.
This is a heck of a match we got here at the Global Dome. I like this kind of action. That's why I'm here. Where there's competition, you'll find me.
Rake of the eyes is Tom Davis. Takes the Patriot into the ropes, but the leapfrog by the Patriot misses the full Nelson, brings him down right on the small of the neck.
Where is he caught at? Ow!
That would be a good name for it.
And notice how all them headlocks earlier in the match set him up for that maneuver right there, whatever it was called.
Clothesline with the left arm.
Wait a minute, here comes Mike Davis up on the apron. No, I guess he stepped back down.
Into the corner goes Tom Davis. Patriot follows up with an elbow. Rolls the big man over, gets a count of 1. That's 2 by Sean O'Brien, but the Davis kicks out.
The Patriot's like a man repossessed.
Patriot doing well. High elevation.
There comes Mike Davis, boom! And a big left hand for his troubles. And the Patriot's going up for the missile.
Gets up to the top turnbuckle, delivers the Patriot missile.
It.
Right on target. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, Lordy. Nobody gets away from that Patriot missile.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, the Patriot.
The Patriot, the winner with a Patriot missile. And we shall return with a handsome stranger in action. The handsome stranger, ready for action against Kenny the Stinger. a slight disadvantage weight-wise. 265 for Kenny the Stinger, who has bulked up quite a bit. And the Handsome Stranger at 230 pounds. One man who's not too impressed by the Handsome Stranger, I would guess, is the man who calls himself the Palm Beach Heartthrob, who joins me once again for this match, Scott Anthony.
I'll tell you what, he's not handsome, but I will give him credit. He's a stranger than anybody I've ever seen.
Starting early.
Little collar and elbow tie-out. I'd say Kenny the Stinger got the best of that collar and elbow tie-out.
Well, getting the best of the pose down seems to be the Handsome Stranger.
Luckily, I'm here in the booth with you, Johnson.
Why is that?
You know what? Let me tell you something. A lot of people don't know why the Handsome Stranger wears that mask. See, he was a former sanitation engineer, and he was horribly disfigured in a garbage accident. Many people don't know that.
Handsome Stranger delivering the shoulder blocks.
He just ran him over. He just ran him over like a Mack truck.
This man is not the man you see here, but the man in the ring, the Handsome Stranger, the romantic, loves the ladies.
Yeah, you know what? What has 6 arms, 6 legs, and 6 teeth? The last 3 women he dated. God, I'm funny. God, I'd kill myself. Look at this, Kenny the Stinger taking a little pause here. Because he did get run over. The Handsome Stranger, he just ran him over. But evidently now the truth comes out. Kenny the Stinger says there was some hair pulling going on. I knew there was shenanigans. Shenanigans are afoot there, Johnson.
Something's afoot.
The game is afoot, Watson. Side headlock. Side headlock by the strap. Are you doing a play-by-play or am I?
I'm trying to. I'm just trying to comprehend all your verbiage. Ducks under the clothesline. Cross body block. Hooks the leg. Count of 1. That's 2 by Rick Manning. Kenny the Stinger able to get out, but the Stranger right back into the side headlock.
You know, I got to give the Stranger credit. You know, he's come a long way in his short time in the ring. Notice he hooked the leg on that cross body. It was a bit too early to beat Kenny the Stinger with just a cross body, but it was a smart thing of him to hook the leg when he did cover him.
Kenny the Stinger now with the double leg scissors, but the Stranger able to escape.
Yeah, but you got to give the Stinger credit. He got some sporty tights on. And I tell you what, I give good points for the sporty tights. Back into that, just back into a headlock.
For some reason, I think the ladies are enjoying the look of the Handsome Stranger a little bit more, although he's in quite a predicament here.
Well, he's gotten out of every predicament he's been in so far. You know what? I think he's got too much gel in his hair, and that's why he's sliding right out. He's got some of that gel or some of that mousse stuff. See, when you have naturally beautiful hair like mine, you don't have to use any of those far-fetched, fancy-dancy hair products. You just comb it out, and it just looks lovely all the time.
The words of the Palm Beach Heartthrob, Scott Anthony, joining us here at ringside. Trying to get the hip toss. Reversal 3 times. Both men are over in the ropes. Neither man able to get advantage. And taking him over the top rope is the Handsome Stranger.
He did that intentionally. That wasn't very sportsmanlike. Tossing him.
It doesn't matter in the Global Wrestling Federation. The top rope, sending him over is not a DQ.
But sportsmanship always matters because Sky the Body is the consummate sportsman. He threw him over intentionally. Albeit it's a legal maneuver, but not nice. And the Stranger, he's all proud of himself. Look at him dancing around. Oh, Mr. I'm so proud of myself. And Kenny the Stinger, there's a good shot of him. Hey, that Kenny the Stinger, he's got a heck of a body himself.
Knee lift by Kenny the Stinger. Forearm delivered to the upper back of the Handsome Stranger.
You know, the Handsome Stranger got a heck of a body. All he's got to do is develop it. It's a big shot. I can hear them all the way over here in the booth.
Sends the Stranger into the ropes. Delivers the clothesline. That may not have only gotten the throat, maybe a little bit of the chin there, too.
Good. I hope he knocks the tar out of that Handsome Stranger. I never liked him anyhow. Good. Beat him up. Yeah, beat him up. See, Kenny the Stinger is no slouch. He's a tough competitor, and the Handsome Stranger may have spent too much fawning to the fans. Although maybe he hasn't.
Kenny the Stinger misses with a splash into the corner. The Handsome Stranger.
Apparently he hasn't perfected that Stinger splash, but there he goes with a kick to the midsection. Good recovery by the Stinger.
Shot to the midsection 2 times by the handsome stranger.
These guys are just fighting back and forth.
Reversal by Kenny the Stinger, but the boot gets up.
Uh-oh. He's setting him up for the, what's this called? The handsome plex or the something like
Call
that.
it what you will. He's got the shoulders down, and it's a count of 3.
Wait. He pulled some tights. I saw it.
I don't think so.
I seen it.
Let's get the official word.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner, the handsome stranger.
Any parting words?
I think he pulled the tights.
The parting words of Scott Anthony.
He
We'll be
pulled the
back
tights.
with more.
He did. I seen him. I tell you, I seen him pull him. He did.
While Walker's background before entering the sport of professional wrestling was that of a bodybuilder. But always having that athletic ability, which has allowed him to be such a good wrestler here in the Global Wrestling Federation. Stud tries to make his way to the ropes to break the hold. And now tries to break it with a handful of hair. Into the ropes. Leapfrogging. Oh, a handful of hair by John Tatum. Brings Conan Chris Walker down. Now the Stud taking advantage of the situation. The tag to Tatum. A lot of carrying on before wrapping the midsection of Conan Chris Walker. Snapmare. Now the rear chin lock. Referee checking to see if it's a chokehold. The fans getting behind Chris Walker. Series of elbows. Tatum misses with a clothesline, but gets him with a super kick. The momentum of Chris Walker used against him as he came off the rope right into the sole of the boot. There's a count of 1, count of 2. And Walker powers out of the pinning predicament. Walker going for the tag, being held in. The tag by the other team brings in the California Stud. The Stud, belly-to-belly suplex. Count of 2. Now working on some of the facial features of Chris Walker is the California Stud. Front face lock with the tag to Tatum. Tatum looked like he was going to go for a shoulder block. Keeps his balance and comes down right on the forehead of Conan Chris Walker. Walker has now been in the ring almost 4 minutes without being able to tag his partner, Steve Simpson. And the team of the Stud and Tatum really doing a great job keeping Walker in the ring. Double team opportunity. No, they missed with the clothesline. And the double clothesline back by Conan Chris Walker, who needs to tag his partner to bring the fresh man in. Walker making his way over towards Simpson, trying to get over there. He has been battered for almost 5 minutes now, and he gets the tag. Watch out. Here comes Steve Simpson. Simpson takes Tatum down. Down goes the Stud. All 4 men in the ring as there you see Simpson against Tatum, the Stud against Walker. All 4 men going at it. Tatum shoves the official. It's getting out of control at the Globe Dome, and watch out. Tatum throws the official out. Ring the bell. That's a disqualification. Clotheslines delivered on the reversal by the team of Walker and Simpson, challenging the team from California to come back in.
Let's get the official word.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winners, the tag team of Chris Walker and Steve Simpson.
For some reason, I don't think that Gary Young and Cactus Jack have gotten anywhere close to settling their differences. I'm sure we will see more of those two men at each other in the squared circle in the days and weeks to come. Coming up next time, we'll see Steve Cox and Stephen Dane in tag team action. Scott Anthony, the Palm Beach heartthrob, will go against Chaz in a good matchup there. We'll see Paul Bunyan in another handicap match. It seems like nobody one-on-one can take on the Canadian Giant, so it's two-on-one until somebody steps forward and says, I'm ready to take on the Giant. Plus, we'll see the team of Chris Walker and Steve Simpson against the Dirty Davis brothers and the Handsome Stranger against Wild Bill. That's all coming up next time. I'm Craig Johnson. We'll see you next time with great action coming to you from the Global Wrestling Federation right here.